Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat7 Music, and today we are learning why you are not practicing, why I'm not practicing, why everyone is not practicing. The number one tip I can give you, 3 different parts to it, super easy. Let's dive into it. Now, this year, I'm sure this week, this day, right now, you've got a family, or you're in a family, you have a work family, you have work, you have a dog, you have a cat, you have a cat dog, you've got friends that you meet at a bar, you go play a sport, you play video games. So many different things taking up your valuable time, right? So many things going on. Do you want to be a better musician? Do you want to be a better guitarist? Because if you do, you need to practice. You're not just going to suddenly, you're going to be like, oh, I've been playing for 10 years. I haven't played or practiced in 10 years, but now I'm amazing and I'm selling out shows. Doesn't really work like that. So if you want to get better at something, you just have to practice. That's just how it goes. So finding time to practice and making yourself practice, that is the battle. So I've got a 3-step process that's going to make sure that everyone practices out there, myself included. This is what I do every week. At the end of your week, let's say it's a Sunday, the last day of your week, what you need to do is get a calendar. If you are someone that likes pen and paper, write it down, or get a whiteboard and write it on your whiteboard. Or if you have a calendar, like a book, that's great. Or if you're someone that's digital, use Google Calendar. It's free, you can sign up to Google Drive. It's all free, and then it's on your phone, your tablet, your computer, it's at work, it's at home. Everyone can access it. If you want to share it, it's great. So let's say that you've got a Google Calendar or you've got any sort of calendar, great. Let's say that you're going to practice at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. Brilliant. Okay, so that is your practice time. That's step 1. You've logged it in your diary. You've said that at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday, you're not going to see your friends, you're not going to see your family, you're not going to go play video games, you're not going to go to a bar. You are going to practice. Step 1 done. You've got 2 steps to go. In step number 2, you're going to write down in the calendar exactly what you are going to practice. This is so important. How many times have you thought, all right, I'm going to go sit down and practice? What do? Do it. What? And you waste time and you think, all right, I'll play this and play that. Maybe I'll write a little bit of this. I'll watch a YouTube video. I'll answer my phone. An hour goes by and you've done really nothing and you haven't really progressed, right? Does that happen to you? What you want to write down is what you want to practice. If you're learning a chord progression, you're learning someone else's song, and you've got a D, a C, you start off with a C chord, but your problem is your D minor. All right, sounding okay, but can I change between the two? Oh no, well, it's all falling apart. Okay, so you want to practice your D minor. That's really what you want to do. So step 1, you want to find out what notes you're playing in D minor. You want to make sure you can play it with the right fingers. Make sure that it's sounding clean. Every string can be heard. Once you can do that, then play your C and count to 20. Then you've got 20 seconds to work it out. 17, 18, 19. All right, once you can play it with a 20-second gap, try a 15-second gap, 10-second gap. Can you play it with a 3-second gap? 2, 3, that sort of thing. Make that gap smaller and smaller. If that's what you want to work on, then work on that, write it down in your diary. If you want to work on playing a scale, if you want to playing a blues scale and you want to play it in every octave all over the neck, great, write that down. The point is, write it down before you do it. So the Sunday night, plan in your diary when you're going to practice and plan out what you're going to practice. If you've only got 20 minutes to practice, that's fine. Work on one thing and try and pick something that you know that you can get better at after that one practice session. You can even maybe finish after that 20 minutes. If you've got an hour, great. Be nerdy like me and divide it up into 10-minute segments so you don't get bored. Put your phone away. If it's practice time, it's sit down and practice. It's not have a YouTube video in the background, have a television show in the background, answer your phone. No. It's treat it like work. You were there to work, you were there to practice, make sure you get better. Okay, 2 steps done. You've worked out a practice time, you've committed to it, you've written it in your diary, and you've written down what you're going to practice. Awesome. The 3rd step is actually while you're practicing. So it's Wednesday night, you're just finishing practicing, you've got 2 minutes left, you're really happy with how that chord's sounding. Stop. When you've got 2 minutes left, stop and work out what it is you're going to practice next time. So again, repeat the steps. It's Wednesday night, all right? I open up my diary. Can I practice on Saturday? Oh yeah, I've got half an hour to myself on Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna practice on Saturday. What are you gonna practice? Is D minor sounding okay, but you can't quite play a bar chord yet? Doesn't sound quite right. Write in that you're gonna practice that bar chord, or you're gonna learn that song, you're gonna write that solo, you're gonna practice your alternate picking. Whatever it is, write in the future day, when you're gonna practice, and what you're gonna practice. Continue that every time. Just by writing it down in your calendar, you're committing to it. You're saying, doesn't matter anything else that's going on, I'm gonna throw my phone away for that time, doesn't matter, I'm just gonna sit there and practice, and I already know what to practice, so I don't even have to think about it. Done. Half the battle is finding time to practice, you've done that one. Half the other battle is working, what to practice. You've already thought about that too, so that when you get your guitar out, it's tuned up, you don't even have to think about what you're gonna do, you just do it, it's already done. Those are the main 3 steps I would do. Pick a time before you practice, work out what you're gonna practice, and then during that session, pick the next time. It just keeps going on and on. You can do it. Is this advice helpful to you? Have you struggled? Has there been years gone by where you haven't practiced? Other things get in the way, totally. But if you want to get better, if you're here and you want to get here, the only way you're going to do that is by little practice sessions, and gradually you're going to get better and better and better. If you're not practicing, you're not getting better. It's as simple as that. If it's something important to you, you will make time for it, and the best way to make time for it is to write it down and put it in your schedule. Let's say the worst case scenario, your car runs out of petrol or gas and you don't make it home, so you miss that practice session. All right. When you get home, you're going to work out when the next practice session is and what you're going to practice. It's as simple as that. No more excuses. Start becoming a better player. If you enjoy this video, give it a like. If you've got other comments that you think are going to help other players out there, leave a comment below. I've been Pat from Pat Music. See you all again. Bye.